Hello students, I hope you are all doing well. Welcome to another video by Quick Study. In this video, we are going to discuss risk and reward from the topic enterprise and entrepreneurship. And today we'll learn about the impact of risk and reward on business activity. Business risk covers different areas such as business failure, financial loss, and lack of security, whereas you could also benefit from the rewards that come along with it, which includes business success, profit, and independence. So firstly, we need to address what is risk and how do we deal with them. You see, risk is all about probability. For big companies, statistics have shown that at least 4 out of their 5 new product launch ideas will fail. Does that mean businesses should stop innovating already? That's not really the case. Well, you must either do one of the two things. First of all, you could make sure that you have enough profits from your existing products so that you can fund the rest of the products with that money, or you must make sure that at least one of the product is such a big hit so that you can cover up for all the other losses. Well, if we were to take Airbnb as an example, initially when they started out in 2008, they were renting out mattresses in their apartment, right? So eventually they did evolve into a platform which allowed individuals to rent out their homes or spare rooms. And there were a lot of skepticism and because there were legal issues and safety concerns in place. However, they did leverage innovative marketing and community building strategies. And today they have expanded globally and their operation spans over 220 countries worldwide. You see, their valuation is into the tens of billions of pounds as of now. And this just goes on to show how a small risk can lead to transformative global success. So first of all, you need to identify what are some of the main risks that your business faces and how do you deal with them. You need to understand that as a business goes through the business cycle, there are different risks that you'll face at different types of the business cycle. Initially, you need to identify a market gap that is profitable enough for you. And you need to make sure that your initial customers keep on coming back to you for more goods and services. And you also need to keep in mind that you have to avoid overtrading, which is essentially a situation when growth is so rapid, but you do not have sufficient resources to meet those demands financially, or it could be with other resources like people. And then at the start, you might have a difficult time to raise enough capital for your business. But in the early days, most businesses will run out of cash. And this is quite common because during the on season, a business has a surplus of funds, but during the off season, you do not have as good of a cash flow. And then when growth is rapid, you need to make sure that the rapid rises in staff and middle management does not dry up your cash entirely. All right, now moving on, you need to get the right people working for you. Managing people is one of the most essential skills that you as an entrepreneur has to master. You see, there might be times when you want your employees to give their best, and that is exactly when they might be at their lowest due to low morals. And when growth is rapid, you need to make sure that you have the right people with the right skill set in the right places. Then moving on, in the earlier days, you have to build an initial base of customers. And this might be difficult because your competition is also trying to do the same. And you, as an owner, as well as the employees, will sometimes get complacent. And this complacency is the source of a stable flow of income or a smooth production process. So, what are the different types of risks? To start it off with, we have business failure. Well, did you know that half of all business startups in UK will fail? And the global statistics shows that at least 90% of all startups fail. Why do you think so? While there are different reasons which contributes to the failure of startups, you need to remember that most businesses will fail because they fail to generate sufficient profits for their businesses. You see, transitioning from a stable job to entrepreneurship requires a lot of sacrifice. It involves giving up a fixed source of income like a salary or the security that comes along with it. As well as you need to remember that you also give up the chances to earn a future pension from the salary. So individuals who usually start a new business are self-confident and they have significant financial resources to back them up if needed. Well, then you also need to consider the risk that comes along with financial losses as well. You see, in a limited company, the owner is safe from business risks to quite an extent. It's because they are safe with limited liability. It means when they have taken out a loan from the bank and if they are not able to repay it in due time, their personal assets are safe. And it's usually the suppliers and the workers who are most affected when these companies fail, since the workers will face unemployment and the suppliers will face significant losses. However, that's not really the case for sole traders or partnerships. You need to remember that most businesses in the UK comprises of sole traders and partnerships, and they have unlimited liability, which essentially means that they are not really safe from business bankruptcy. In case of business failure, their personal assets are not safe, which means that it could include a situation where there is a successful customer lawsuit or there are unpaid bills and the owners have to pay them off. And while starting a business can give you the chance to significant wealth, it also carries a lot of risk, which could lead to personal finance disasters. And then you'd also have to think about lack of security as well. You see, most adults have financial responsibilities, such as you have to pay for children, then there's mortgages, and there's credit card debts. So these responsibilities will often push individuals to seek stable and secure sources of income. I mean, it only sounds normal, right? And then there are successful entrepreneurs who have also experienced periods of financial uncertainties, and not everyone really has the stomach for that. And then starting a business involves factors which are not essentially under your control but will significantly affect your business activities. You see, changes in government policies might affect your business, and then global economic conditions, then there are other factors like wars and natural disasters. So, is this risk all worth it? Well, of course, provided that the rewards are significant as well. First of all, there's business success that you need to consider that comes along with taking high risks. You see, starting a business and building a business involves taking a lot of risks and acquiring new skills consistently, and this leads to a lot of rewards. And this excitement and buzz is what makes entrepreneurship fulfilling and thrilling for some. Well, another reward that entrepreneurship promises you is profit and wealth. You see, starting a business can lead to significant profits and wealth. And unlike relying on a fixed source of income like a salary, entrepreneurship offers you the potential to earn a lot of financial rewards in a really less period of time. You see, you don't really have to continue running a business forever. Once you've established a successful business, you can sell it off entirely or sell part of it by going public. And you could take Fever-Tree as an example. In 2005, they launched a premium mixer soft drinks called Schweppes, and the sales eventually soared. It reached to over 50 million pounds by 2015. And then in 2016, the founders sold the business for over 100 million pounds while regaining a significant stake in it. You see, this goes on to show the tremendous success and wealth that entrepreneurship can help you accumulate. Well, you see, a lot of people appreciate the independence that comes along with having a business of your own. You see, being your own boss, setting up the terms and conditions on your own, and making decisions by yourselves are some of the few perks that comes along with having a business of your own. And you see, for small businesses, they also need to consider the consequences of the risks and rewards that comes along with it. Bloomsbury made a £2,500 investment for J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series. Now, for a business like Bloomsbury, the amount is not so significant. However, we are all aware of the benefits that they have enjoyed over the years. They have earned profits which amounts to over hundreds of millions of pounds. However, that's not really the case for small businesses. An amount of investment can even lead to business failure for a small business, right? And if you would consider Apple, they can afford to make a 500 million pound investment into a technology which might fail. And Apple can afford to do that because that's probably 0.5% of the amount of cash that they have in their bank, right? And for a small business, even £100,000 of investment could lead to business failure. So smart business owners aim to assess three things primarily. Well, they need to assess the likelihood of success or failure and the cost and benefits that is associated with the success and failure. Also, they need to evaluate the broader implications on the business as a whole. And students, with that, we have come towards the end of this video. And to give you a short recap, these are the following topics that we have covered in this video. It includes the impact of risk and reward on business activity. Risk includes business failure, financial loss, and lack of security, whereas reward includes business success, profits, and independence. Well, I'd like to thank you all for watching this video, and if you've liked this video, do subscribe to our channel since we post regularly on different topics and subjects which could help you ace your GCSEs. And also, for more information on our online tutoring services, do visit our website at www.quickstudy.uk.